Hello everyone, this is Jim Ogrozinski with a midweek video that'll accompany my midweek check-in announcement. So one thing I do want to emphasize once again in this week's video is the persistent use of AI without acknowledging or reflecting. I'd like to just point out the syllabus policy to everyone right here. There we go. All right, AI is a tool, one that you need to acknowledge using with a note or paragraph at the end of an assignment. In some instances, you will need to write a reflection on how you used AI. Writing prompts on an assignment in this course, failure to do so is a violation of academic honesty. I understand you're going to use AI, whether you use it for Grammarly for revision or ChatGPT to help you reorganize it. That is what AI is designed for, especially in this course. We use it as a tool to help us work through the writing assignments. Now, whether it is brainstorming, like we are working on right now, discussion board 4, we'll work on it in research, like I said, grammar and style, receiving explanation of a complex concepts or practice problems. Oftentimes, if you don't understand a concept, then you can just ask chat and you'll get some additional information that may help. So I just want to point this out, and I did see quite a few people acknowledge the use of chat in the discussion board 4 about the review topic. Great, this is what I want to see more of. If you're using it, I want everybody to understand that it is required to write the reflection and acknowledge use, just like source material. All right, you can't copy and paste source material. That's called plagiarism, and this runs along the lines of academic honesty also. So I want to emphasize that right away in the beginning of this video. So let's get to the review article. I just want to point out in the readings and resources tab, I do have two examples here. I just want to make sure everybody is aware of the formatting of an article. I know I've kind of hammered away about MLA guidelines for an essay, but this isn't an essay writing assignment. It is an internet article. In most internet articles, what you do, you see the title should be something really catchy, something that would grab a person's attention as to why they want to read your review of your topic, whether it's a video game or a movie, and then what's called a byline right here. By you, your name, right here. Okay, let me get that off of there. But that is what it's for. You see the shorter paragraphs, the broken up text that helps out with reading, okay? You want to make sure that you do have some white space between your paragraphs. The same thing here on this particular example. All right, so be aware of how to go about that particular formatting there. And I'll kind of hold to that like I do the MLA guidelines. So I offer an AI assist. Here is a template or a prompt for your AI. You just fill in the review. My review is the movie Spider-Man 2. And since it's a review article, I can use help with an introduction and 3 or 4 criteria to base my evaluation. Now, some of you had some great criteria built into the discussion boards. You can work with those. Don't underestimate the power of the AI to give you a nice introduction and a nice hook into your particular article. Usually what happens is you'll get some really good background information that does set the stage. And then per the policy, if you're using it, this is exactly the type of reflection that I would be looking for, all right? So like I said, the review article, instructions and upload, I'm looking for a Word or PDF document once again. Please take the time to work your way through the assignment and the instructions here. You're looking for 1 to 2 short paragraphs for the introduction. Okay, remember you want to use your criteria, and evidence is always taken from the subject itself, right? Talks about focused paragraphs. You want to have an authoritative voice because you are writing a review. Good or bad, you are writing a review and making a recommendation. And then you want to summarize and final recommendation. You're going to recommend it. If you really love this movie, you have to go see it. So that way, because if you don't recommend it, then your review kind of falls a little flat here. All right. So as we roll into the weekend, please remember the responses to the discussion board, and then the review article. We have the formatting and also the tips on how to be successful with that. All right. So once again, please be aware of AI use. I have very sophisticated AI detection software that I run everybody's essays and articles through. And I want everybody to be aware of how they have to reflect on that. All right. All right. If you have any questions or issues, please send me an email. Good luck.